Welcome to Local SEO in 10. This is your go-to podcast for answers about how you can grow your local business online easily and quickly. Brought to you by local SEO experts Magnified Media in Walnut Creek, California. In each 10-minute episode, our digital marketing expert Adam Duran answers your questions on how you can get more leads for your business fast. Remember, if you're not taking care of this part of your business right now, you can bet your competitors are. And now, here's our host with the questions, Jamie Duran, and our expert with the answers, Adam Duran.
Hello, Adam.
Hey, Jamie.
How's your week going?
Going good. Fast.
Oh, yeah? Very fast. Oh, good. That's right.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Almost the end of the week.
It is. All right. So today we're going to be talking about the three must-haves, the three things that must be in every online presence audit. So if you're looking for a marketing firm to bring on, these are the three things that they must include in the audits for you in order to so that you can make an informed decision. So if you don't see these three things, then there's a problem, and maybe you should keep looking. Okay. Also, you can use these three things, these three must-haves, in doing it yourself. And in the notes, I'll give you links to the software that we use or that we recommend you can use. And a lot of them do have a free trial or a short-term trial, so you can check them out yourself on your own business. Okay. Right. So there you go. First thing we're going to be looking for, and that is, what are the main ranking factors that Google's using to rank your website? So Jamie, what do you think those ranking factors are?
Your NAP.
Okay, that's one. Anything else? So broad, these are things that...
Your category.
That's a good one too. Good. All
right.
Excellent.
You want more?
No, I'll take it from here.
Jeez.
All right. What the first thing we're going to be looking at for ranking factors, your website, and what we're going to be looking at are the big ones. So that means your site speed. So you're going to go to Google Page Speed Insights, drop your URL then into that software, into that domain, into that website, and it will kick back a report for you, and you'll see it'll give you a grade, a mobile speed and a desktop speed, and you want to see how fast is my website. Why? Because that is a major ranking factor. If your site takes 15 seconds to load, that's not a good thing. So we want to shoot for as fast as possible. So that ranking that speed test that you're going to do for your website, it'll give you a number between 1 and 100, with 100 being the best and 1 being the worst. So if you see that your site is super slow, especially in mobile, then you know there's a problem. So maybe your site has too many animations. Usually the images on them are not sized properly, or if your site is on a website builder site like Squarespace or Wix, many times they will just be slow. So make sure, and anyway, this is a great tool because it's from Google, so you can see how fast Google thinks your website is. So that's really important, big ranking factor. Okay?
Definitely, yep.
All right. Next one you're going to do is you're going to expect something mentioned in that as another ranking factor is your schema. And your schema, we've done an episode or two on schema. It's the language that exists on the back end of your website that's written specifically for search engines to understand what that page in your site is all about. So you can go to schema validator, just type that into Google, and then drop your website into there and see what kind of schema is there. If you don't have any schema, that's a problem. If you have the wrong schema, say that it says web page, and when it should say local business, that's a problem, right? If it says Hentry or some other word that you don't understand, that's a problem. So these are all things that your incoming or that marketing agency should be pointing out to you, right? So this is super important because schema is a ranking factor. It helps Google and other search engines know exactly what you do, exactly who you serve, and then how you serve. So really important things for that search engine to know who to give your site to. Okay.
Yep, definitely.
All right.
Okay.
Now, the last one is something that I talk about a lot, and that's your heading structure. So your heading structure is kind of how that web page, especially your homepage, is laid out. And if you think back to your high school English class and you had to write an outline for your essays, it's kind of like that. And so if your heading structure is all over the place, just like if your high school essay, that your layout or that outline is all over the place, your essay is going to be all crazy. So same kind of thing. Google, when that search engine scans your site, it's trying to figure out what you do, what that page is about. And if your heading structure is done correctly, then it makes it much easier. So there's no chance that it will get confused. So if you're confusing, you're going to lose. So that heading structure is also super important. Okay, Jamie?
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Sounds good.
The other thing we're going to look at is a competitor analysis. All right. So we need to find out who your competitors are locally that you're competing against, obviously, what they're doing and how they are ranking. So one of the ways that we do that is we use a tool called Local Viking. There's a bunch of other imitators out there. And what Local Viking does, it allows us to search for your business for a specific keyword across a map area at different points on that map. And so like one of the smallest is a map of 25 different points. So that's 25 different searches. And then it will on that map tell you where you rank for that term. And so a great way to do that is to look at your local business, the local competitors, and see what terms that they are outranking you for. And if they're your big money ones, then yeah, you got a problem, right? If you're a dentist, you want to be found for the word dentist, right? So if your competitors are outranking you or you're not even in the top 20, then that's a big problem. So go to Local Viking. They may have a free trial that you can use. Not sure. It might even be worth just paying the whatever $20 to see if you can do a whole bunch of searches like that and see where you rank and where your competitors rank. So that's a great way to check what your competitors are doing and what's working for them, and then you can copy and do what they're doing better, so you can outrank them. Great.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
All right. So that's a very brief way, or that's probably the fastest way of doing a competitor analysis that we've found. The next one is you want to look at all the social platforms. So, of course, Jamie mentioned your Google business profile, your Yelp page, your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, your company page, not your personal one, your company one. These kind of things are really important for a branded business to rank. Google expects any kind of business that's an authority in their area to have these things. So if you don't have them, that's bad. If you do have them, you want to make sure that, just like Jamie said, the NAP, the name, address, and phone number and website are all the same, and they're listed on every one of those profiles. Okay?
Yep.
Also, looking at your Google business profile and your Yelp business page, you want to make sure that your categories are chosen correctly. So if you are a dentist, like I said, then you want to choose the category dentist, not dental practice. Okay, so it's a difference. If you would like to be a dental practice, then that should be the company name. And then you can also have a Google business profile for yourself as the dentist. So that's two different Google business platforms that you could create. Or Google business profiles, pardon me. Make sense, okay. Jamie? Sorry.
Yeah.
That is called a practitioner listing, and I know we've done one episode on practitioner listings. So if you were a profession like a doctor or a dentist or a real estate agent, Google allows you to have your own individual Google business profile. So you should totally take advantage of that. If you're in one of those industries and you don't have one, then that's something that you should talk to that marketing agency about. And actually, they should bring it up to you because, that's what they're supposed to be doing for you.
Yeah, all of this, if you're using a digital marketing, these are all kinds of things you should be checking in addition to asking your digital marketing agency to provide. What do you think?
Yeah, and ask them why haven't they done it so previously. This is something when we take on a law firm or, like I said, a dental office or like a clinic of some sort. We make sure that everyone who is able to has a practitioner listing because it's just another lead generator. And we make sure the categories is done correctly. All of the information on that profile is filled out. Every piece of information is important. When the practice was, or when your business was established, incredibly important. I know a lot of times we get clients and they've been around for 50 years, but no one bothered to put that. And that does affect not just your ranking, but the click-through ranking. So the click-through rating. So that means it's a differentiator, right? If you see one of the businesses has been around since whatever, 1970, and the other one opened up last month, you're probably going to go with the older one. So you're going to more likely to get customers that way than not. So that's a great differentiator. All the things that can be filled out on your Google business profile, on your Facebook page, your business one, on your Yelp page, everything should be filled out. Your hours, all that stuff. I know it's a hassle, but don't mess around. Make sure everything's filled out. They're all important.
Yeah, definitely, especially when you're relying on those hours to visit that business.
Yes. Well, yes. But you also just understand that the more work you do on these compared to your competition, these are ranking factors in your favor. When you outdo your competition, that outranks them. That helps you outrank them, which is what we want, right? So these three things are the big three that we want to have on every online presence audit. I know we include them in ours. If they are not included in yours, then you have to ask why. And, you can ask that agency, hey, why didn't you do this? Or why didn't you do this? Their answer is never going to make sense. So you should just say, okay, thank you, and move on to an agency that does. Right? Because I don't understand why people risk their business with, I don't know, with an intern who just graduated with a marketing degree, who uses their business name or as, it was from their marketing class. So I don't understand why you would risk your livelihood, but I see it all the time. So you're trying to save pennies and you're losing tons. So don't do that. Make sure that whoever you bring on to help you has these three things at least in that online present audit.
Definitely makes sense. And dollars, of course. Yep. Are we wrapping it up there or do you have more?
That is all for now.
All right. Ooh, that was action-packed.
Woo!
And information-packed. So very good. Adam will detail this more in the show notes for this episode. And so if you do have questions about this, feel free to go to our webpage, magnifymedia.net, click on the podcast button, and then there's a search bar there. And you can put in this topic or any other topic if you have any questions. And if nothing comes back, which is highly unlikely, go to our Facebook page or LinkedIn page, click on the message, and then send us your feedback, send us your questions, and we'll try and get to that in an upcoming episode. Please make sure to like and share this podcast out with any business owners that you know, because more and more people are finding businesses online before they shop there. And so the age of the yellow pages is falling quickly out, and people depending on direct referral and online referral to find their goods and services is getting more and more prevalent every day, and finding those goods and services locally. So you'll be helping your friends and contacts who have businesses out tremendously. So with that, we will talk to you next week, and thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Jamie.
That's all for now. Thanks for listening to this episode of Local SEO in 10 with Google local marketing expert Adam Duran. Join us each week for answers to your questions on how to best harness the power of the internet to grow your business. Speaking of questions, got some? Message us through our Facebook page, Local SEO in 10, and we'll be sure to give you your answer on an upcoming episode. This episode of Local SEO in 10 is brought to you by Magnified Media, the leading online marketing agency in Northern California, who invite you to grow your business by magnifying your online visibility and credibility. Visit them on the web at www.magnifiedmedia.com. Magnify your business, magnify your profits.